first bathroom closest to the front door. That's where the second bathroom catches. Top left corner is the bottom of the pipe. It's all PVC. I haven't seen anything. Shit. That's the bottom of the pipe. So as you go, it's going to turn.
Yeah. You were thinking that maybe belly, something, or maybe PVC, maybe some type of clean.
Only these two get clogged, or is it the only two bathrooms?
These two. Well, we have more bathrooms, but only these two.
Okay. So then I know it's not going to be down here. It's not going to be down here. So it's not everything, it's just these two bathrooms. So let me back up.
That's already at the clean out on the street then, I'm guessing.
I'm only 22 feet, so it's not really too far in. But it dropped down into a main line where these two came together, and then it drops down into this 6-inch pipe. That's where something else comes in right there. Right here. Where it sits with some water.
There we go. Yes. Okay. Alright, I'll open the door for you. Alright. I'm actually right here in the bathroom with the plumber. I'll go there.
Flush that toilet next door.
I mean, we do have like multiple cleanouts, but I'm guessing that do they all go to the same one?
Yeah, they all go down into the main trunk line that everything dumps into and then goes out to the city. So, I believe that pipe that I'm looking at. That's what was the toilet. And then it's not, maybe it is, it's just, I'm looking at the bottom of the top of the pipe, not the bottom. Alright, so what I'm gathering from this pipe back holds water. So this is all, that's the main trunk line.
Mm-hmm. The one that goes out there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As it comes, see this holds water.
Mm-hmm.
As it comes around, so water here, all this, and like it's deep. The deepest point is right here. It just seems like a belly on a pipe.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just holding, and I mean this is a bad one because it's half the pipe or more is underwater. The camera's that big.
Yeah.
You can see the bottom of the pipe all the way up the side, towards the water line is right there. So that means you got at least 3 or 4 inch pipe. So you've got about that much of it that's not holding water.
Yeah. So then you get.
So
you
there's
get
the top.
paper or anything.
Yeah, that's why there's so much stuff sitting there.
Mhm.
Even when you flush it, you watch it go a little bit,
Mhm.
and then it all just stops.
It's finished.
And when you flush it again, and it goes a little bit, but you get a lot of paper, it's just going to sit there and ball up.
Yeah, because
And
that's what it's doing right now. It's a little bit, but you see it.
And then
it's not moving.
at least it's broken up. Like when you get big pieces, what they'll do is they'll finally work their way till the water starts to come back up, and then they'll just sit. They'll start to build up right at that point, and the water will get higher and eventually roll over it. And then once this pipe goes completely underwater, it tends not to work correctly, and that's when you'll start getting your backups.
It
doesn't even have to be fully clogged. It only needs to be half clogged, but since the pipe is holding so much water already, that once it's completely sealed off with water, no air to exchange, because you need to let air out for the water to keep going. So once it's completely sealed off, it basically airlocks itself, and then that's when it won't drain. And it's a small section that's underwater, but a lot of it's holding water.
Let me get my supervisor.
Why are we in the bathroom again? Something wrong?
Hey, Daniel. So this is
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Good. So you'll see it's holding a bit of water. In a short area, it's like about we're about 8 feet in now. It starts to come out. Right there is where it goes dry. So it's at basically 9 foot in, coming out. So see what happens is it just holds all the water here.
Okay.
The paper and all the debris starts to build up.
Okay.
Because it hits this big patch of standing water, and it basically becomes like a catch. All the heavy stuff will sit there, the water will just keep moving, the paper won't really do too much.
Okay.
And then once the paper starts to work its way out, and as it comes up, what I'm believing is just a belly in the pipe, where a section of the pipe has gotten pushed down somehow. As the paper starts to build up, it will choke. So if you see where the water line is now, that's the water line. See, that's the bottom of the pipe right here. The water line is almost to there, which is meaning if you've got that 4-inch pipe,
Yep.
you've got about that much of it that's already underwater and a small gap that's allowing the air to transfer as the water's going by.
Wow. So that water just standing there it won't dry.
No, and even when you flush, you'll watch everything kind of move for a second, and then go back to a standstill. The paper never really goes anywhere. So if I was to flush a large piece of paper, it would just sit there, and eventually, if nothing else went down but water, it would break the paper apart. But if you get heavy usage, with these two bathrooms, it's just gonna build up.
So we know the pipe, the pipe here, like you said, maybe there's a sag somewhere, so there's water standing somewhere down this line.
Yeah.
What are some of the remedies? I mean, one of the most intrusive type is to rip up the floor, get to it, and
That's
then...
pretty much it. There, with a belly like that, there's really, unless I can try to increase the flush, which these would flush for a lot longer,
Yeah.
instead of this short flush, it would send a lot more water down.
No, right down, how far are you going in, about 9 feet or 8 feet?
Right now, I'm only 8 feet, which is,
And what's he seeing?
that turns this way and
Basically-
comes out, those two bathrooms come
Right around
together.
here. So basically what happens is you have this 4-inch pipe, and you correct me if I'm
Yeah,
wrong,
it's
4-inch pipe.
right in here
What
somewhere.
happens is there's an area of the pipe either that got sunk down or lower where the water is just standing there. And what happens is it's supposed to be dry or hardly no water at all. That pipe is supposed to be clean. It's supposed
Yeah,
to be
everything's
slowed
supposed to
down.
have a slope,
Slow down.
and what happened is that
Oh, so
either,
the slope is having it pushed back.
well, because it's all sloped, everything's going the right way, and then in one spot you've got
Just
like a
that.
bend.
And that's water.
So either a big root from any of the trees could have grown through and pushed the pipe and caused it to give a small belly, which is like a sagging
So how
pipe.
do we fix it? Not a Band-Aid.
And the only way is to open the floor and replace the
That's
pipe.
right here, and then raise it up so that slope keeps going down, because what he did was he flushed the toilet,
Yeah.
and washed the particles. Here,
you can
see
watch.
it. There's no poop or nothing on that.
It's just paper.
We locked it, we're not even using these
Watch.
bathrooms. Where's
Yeah.
the-
Watch here, that's not supposed to be full of water, there's not supposed to be any water there.
Yeah,
Correct?
it's full of water.
It's full of water.
Yeah, that's supposed to be pretty much dry.
I watched the paper move a little bit,
See, in the paper, and then it comes right back.
and then it just sits there.
Yeah.
So if you've got a large piece of paper, it's not really going anywhere.
It's supposed to
It's gonna
drain.
slowly roll, basically into a ball, make it to the end, which then it becomes a stoppage.
Yeah, it's supposed to
So
be.
barring the floor, there's no way to fix it?
Other than going that, like I said, I can try increasing the amount of water that you flush by giving this a longer flush, which may help force things down because you're dumping twice the amount of water.
We
'cause
found
these are
the-
such short
We
flushes.
found the administrative office plan, somebody stuffed it down the drain, it's stuck right there.
It doesn't do this, if there's a dent,
Belly.
a belly, and so it gets there and then comes back up.
Yeah, it won't, it's, you know how the pipe's supposed to be
They're
like this.
they'd have to take up the floor.
Can I ask you a question? Have you snaked from where all of the bathrooms are so you can see if there's anything that's, is this the last place it's going to, in other words, or is this the first place and it's going all the way down the other way?
All of these two go into a line that connects to everything else.
So have
the back.
we done snake every single bathroom with a very long snake to make sure there's no,
There's-
something in the middle?
Well, if you watch the camera, you can watch it go from no water, underwater, and come out of the water.
But that's the answer to that question, but I'm asking a different question.
Oh,
I'm only
well.
asking about it because somebody I know had the same problem and that's what they had to do.
Yes, you could snake the rest of the building, and that's going to solve any of your other problems, but that won't solve this one.
So, we had seen pictures before and nobody told us
Come
there's
here,
a problem with the
I'll
pipe.
We've never seen pictures before,
I
because
can-
there shouldn't be water in there now,
There
right?
should be no
it should
water
be
in there.
dry.
Come here and I'll
It should
show
be
you.
dry.
Come
I'll
here,
show
all the way,
you.
come here, come here.
I'll show
Do you see
you.
the particles moving? Because it's
see
full
the-
of water,
You see that's the surface.
yeah,
That's the bottom of the pipe.
and there shouldn't be water.
No. You see how I come out of the water? It comes out of the water.
There,
You can see where I go into the water.
yeah. There's all water.
Yeah, it goes into the water.
Do I need to put a little nap tissue in
I
there?
don't think before you broke the floors, you should start snaking from where the pipe starts.
All right, we did that.
When you're already doing it, so.
No, I missed it. I put a little tissue in there. Let's see where it goes. Where'd it go?
But you'll see it'll be sitting in that water.
The tissue?
Yeah, it's right there, see it?
Yeah.
Right
See, that's the
there.
tissue
There it
I
is.
see?
See, there's
And
your
it's
paper.
not,
there.
it's not, there's a bow in the pipe, it's like
Look at
this.
that.
It
It
should
Well,
travel
sure.
all the way through.
It's supposed to be
Yeah, it did.
sloped.
All it did was
He
make
thinks
it-
the tree
Mhm.
root came and...
Wait, don't move from right here. See the tissue I just
Tree
cut?
root, this
Mhm.
is here in the middle.
No, out from
Oh, hey.
outside.
But see the picture I just dropped? It's still sitting there.
It only,
should go all the way.
it only went,
I wanna make sure that the problem is here and not somewhere in the middle, do you know what I'm saying?
you see,
We don't have
watch,
any calls anywhere else, just here.
It doesn't matter, in
on
the
the
place where I
flush.
was at the.
It looked like it went.
yeah, you'll see it'll be sitting just around the bend,
Where the belly is?
just outside the belly.
I don't-
What happens is, right where I keep turning,
Mhm.
see, there's the paper,
There it is.
I passed it.
It should have just gone all the way.
Oh,
It
yeah,
should,
on flush.
you should be watching it go down, but what's happening is it's getting stuck right in this
The
hole,
belly.
this turn, because of the belly slows everything down. So you get a lot of paper buildup, everything stops right in that turn,
And then backs up
and then it starts,
eventually
and that's why it only clogs these
comes
two
right
bathrooms.
here. Okay.
It is only.
And that's
We're
only
gonna
one
increase
little paper, that's not a toilet seat.
We're gonna go ahead and try to increase
Yeah.
the amount of water that flows through this thing. It still doesn't change the fact that there's an area that catches and water doesn't drain properly.
So they didn't examine these things before they fixed up these nice bathrooms? Wasn't that a
No.
You see how it's bone dry here?
Yes, bone dry there,
And
yes,
if
look
you
at
flush,
that.
you'll watch the water
Look,
go
look.
past,
Look,
watch the water runs past,
okay,
like it's supposed to, and then goes back to dry.
yeah, that's further down,
Yeah, and you can see where the water is building up, it's starting to push it back
back,
to me,
yeah,
and then it slowly starts to drain down. And because you have all of that,
I think we just, yeah.
is why. Now, I'm gonna turn up the volume on these, and I'm gonna
And
give
then
it a harder
let's see,
flush.
and give it a harder
Come on
flush,
in, you
drop
missed
some
the meeting.
paper in, we'll see how it goes. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.